Steve Lamb,
Yes, sir.
you are affiliated, and when I say affiliated, I mean connected with the Center for Progressive Urban Politics.
This is true.
You have an official title.
Fellow, I guess. Center for Progressive Urban Politics.
Hey there, fella.
Hey.
So, what is your feeling on Politicon? What strikes you about this event?
I've attended the last 3 years at Politicon. And what really strikes me about this event is the office holders and political campaigns are getting smart. They're actually attending the village this year. They hadn't done that for the last 3 years, and I thought that was really stupid and a major mistake on their part. The other thing that really strikes me is the growth of the Republican and conservative movements in representation at Politicon. Even last year, they were hardly represented at all, and now they're about 50%, which means that conservatism is a force that's beginning to take hold of the country, which, as a progressive, I find interesting and in some ways very worrying.
So you use the word progressive. A lot of people use that word, and it leaves a fellow like me scratching his head. What does that mean to be progressive?
Well, see, I'm from a very old, long-standing Republican family. And progressives used to be Republicans. They were abolitionists. They were for constitutional rights for all Americans as opposed to just for white people. Under the Theodore Roosevelt era, we were for a living wage. We were for universal health care. If you go back to 1912 and you read Theodore Roosevelt's 1912 Bull Moose Party speech, he's actually talking about living wage and universal health care in 1912. And basically, after the Bull Moose Party, the Republican Party kicked all the non-corporatists out of the Republican Party because political parties in those days used to be arranged as clubs. And they actually exiled all the progressives completely out of the party and wouldn't allow them to return after 1912. So the Democrats took them in. So the Democrats have created this false idea that they were the home of progressivism when they never were. And the Clintons basically took over the Democratic Party for the corporatists in the 1980s. And they've been basically pushing all the progressive people off to the side in the party. So I'm a progressive, but I'm neither a Democrat nor a Republican.
The question is, how does the public perceive it when you use the term?
Well, the public incorrectly links progressivism with the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
And that's
so how do you combat that? Don't you want to be understood? I asked you the question and you explain it, but not everybody's going to ask.
Right. And progressives are for certain things. They're for the rights of all American citizens. They're for a living wage. They're for universal health care. They're for the commons constrained with a strong national economy that's individually owned and controlled.
All right, let's turn the conversation to me.
Okay.
I've noticed that
I noticed that you like to turn the conversation to you, Jeffrey.
Well, I've noticed that you forward a lot of my posts.
Yes, well, you have very, very, very good posts. You have a huge range that comes into your Twitter feed. So you have all sorts of things from all kinds of angles coming into your Twitter feed. So it's very easy to hit a broad spectrum of opinion just by getting onto your Facebook page, and you can take the whole broad spectrum and repost it. It's a great deal. Thank you for the service that you provide at no cost to me.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. I don't think too many people bring Twitter to Facebook, and I do that a lot.
Yeah, you do that a lot, yeah.
All right, well, I love you very much. Is there anything else you want to say to me?
Have a good day. It's good to see you here. It's a very interesting thing that you're doing, using your cell phone to do videos. I need to start doing that. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon, Steve.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.